On November 5th, 2025, Twitter user Hayes made a post that, well, it did two things. First, it sparked a conversation about reading habits, which that's catnip to me. Second, it generated a great sort of meme template for people to riff on for a bit. Here's the tweet. This is literally the best book list that rewires your brain for success. The stack of books here is sort of a grab bag of popular self-help and philosophy and pop psychology books. It's kind of brilliant rage bait, but I know it's not rage bait. It's a big stack of books and there's enough variety for people to be like, Escape from Freedom does not deserve to be on a list with 12 rules for life. The Myth of Sisyphus along with Flow. If it was trying to be rage bait, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck would be on there. The overwhelming reaction to this image in this post was disgust, I think. You might be surprised. I was a little surprised too. This wouldn't have made a dent on the Twitter algorithm, 5 years ago. This would get a tepid approval on LinkedIn today. What a total pile of shit. Rated the airport bookstore, huh? Just read the classics. None of this modern stuff is worth your time. The phrase, "this is literally the best book list that rewires your brain for success," quickly took over the website. I was surprised at a lot of these reactions. But then you go ahead and take a look at the account that made the original post, and it's an AI grindset account, just AI hustle culture. Things start to come together. You start to see a mosaic, a pattern building. Here's what I want to do. I want to explore the shifting culture around self-help and fiction and ask myself why this is happening and what changed. Book sales were up in 2024 for the first time since the pandemic. Short-form video and AI have dominated the culture so much that there must be a swing in the other direction, I think. So my question is just, what is going on? Do the children yearn for the libraries? Is fiction back? The first part of this. Society is collapsing. The thing is, I'm not opposed to people reading whatever they want. I think there's a place for self-help books. Plenty of people have find value in them, and plenty of people buy self-help books. However, the idea of cultivating books in order to, quote, rewire your brain for success is just a depressing sentiment, and I think people are getting wise to that. In a world where the threat of AI is contributing to mass layoffs, where human beings are valued solely by their ability to grow corporate profits, there must come a reckoning, I think. Every day I see more and more young people especially break away from the hustle grindset culture. At the end of the day, there are a few key principles of self-help that are universal, that can only be rephrased so many times. I mean, do you really think that a new book about building valuable relationships and having good self-esteem is going to reinvent the wheel at this point? The thing is, I used to read nonfiction, like this kind of nonfiction, in order to fix myself, because I used to believe that, when I was a lot younger, that all my problems in life stem from my personal thoughts. While this is true to an extent, you are responsible for your own actions. It's also really important to factor in what you legitimately cannot control. The material forces affecting you, which are affecting everyone else. You're not alone. You're not uniquely bad. You don't need a book to fix you. Sometimes the issue isn't that you need to wake up at 6 a.m., take a cold shower, and trade stocks or something. The issue is that no one wants to hire entry-level positions. The issue is that the economy is terrible. The second thing I'm going to say, reading as a tool. You guys ever see those apps that offer to summarize books for you so you can extract the information quickly? There's this pervasive idea, and I think it starts in primary education, that reading is a necessary punishment in order to extract value from a book. That reading is a painful challenge, but worth it if you can extract key information that can be useful to you. I think it starts out with reading Great Expectations, looking for the answers in your quiz about what Dickens' moral of the story is, and the result is adults looking to books like The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck in order to extract some kind of kernel of valuable insight. When you think about it, it's strange. Fiction and nonfiction, writing is a medium like movies or painting or music. You can get a lot of different things from reading. It'd be weird to ask an app to summarize Boogie Nights so you can extract a valuable life lesson. Don't do coke? I don't know. This might be going out there a little bit, but I really think that it benefits us as a society to move beyond such a focus on the idea of self-help, or even such a focus on individualism and the self. At a certain point, there's only so much you can do to improve your brain before you have to focus on living life, doing things, building relationships. The most miserable I've been in my life was when I was focusing constantly on how to fix myself. Once I accepted my limits and the limits around me, I was able to actually do productive things that helped my life. Number 3, the third part of this video, the rise of fiction. If you're like me and you like to keep up on the trends of what people are reading, you might notice that there's been a huge boom in young people picking up this. I don't know what it is. I haven't even read this. This book has taken over the world. It's funny that in the world of classic literature, this has always been treated as kind of like a frivolous entertainment. A lot of classic novels, when they were written, were treated as such. People today are diving into this like 1,200-page book in order to feel something, in order to have an experience, not to learn valuable lessons about life, but just to live in this and to have an experience outside of your own. The same thing I see happening with Lonesome Dove. These huge epic books that people are gravitating towards simply because it's entertaining. I love fiction. I love reading. I'm always going to be biased in that direction. I see it on my algorithm on YouTube. I see people talking about fiction in a new way. There's a video from this creator, Ads, I'm begging you to read some fiction, bro, and it went pretty viral. I mean, it's such a great thumbnail, and the video is very good. The idea that people are rejecting self-help, that the idea that people are rejecting this kind of idea of extracting value from books in this way, it's heartening to me. Everywhere around me, I'm seeing people reject the grind set culture, the hustles. People want to be offline. People want to have their thoughts returned to them. That fiction is an exercise in your imagination. It's an exercise in your consciousness. It's a deeply quiet and active activity. People are tired of being passive, of being inundated with information, entertainments, with frivolous things. People want to have their thoughts returned to them. I love movies. I love watching movies, and you can have great, like, spiritual experiences watching movies, but you're experiencing consciousness differently when you're reading a book. Even trash. I love Pulp Fiction. I love detective novels. I will read anything. At the end of the day, you're exercising your brain. And one small critique I have with Ads' video about this is that he says that you can read fiction to learn through example. That's a very good point. Like, while you read self-help, you might just be reading like a numbered list of, hey, you need to brush your teeth and do all these things. But when you read a book, you're experiencing life vicariously through other people, and you're learning through example. This is a good point, but I don't think this is a great focus either, because this is kind of a similar idea of the value extraction, of simply trying to just read these great works in order to gain information and to gain a lesson for your life in order to improve yourself. I don't think people should be reading in order to improve yourself. I don't think you should be approaching art in order to improve yourself, frankly. I mean, I think that's a good byproduct, but I think that there is an aesthetic value inherent in something good, and that experiencing it is nice. Not even good for you, it's just nice. It makes life better. The way we talk about reading is so fucking weird, and I do think it's because of the way a lot of it comes from the way a lot of countries teach reading. Getting points, taking little quizzes for every book. You got to get a certain number of points for a certain type of book depending on how hard it is and how easy. It's a numbers game, and it's crazy that we're incentivized to read that way. Here's what I'm saying, and this is becoming a rant, but here's what I'm saying. Reading fiction is back. A new Barnes & Noble opened up near me, like brand new. I only thought they were closing Barnes & Nobles. Now they're opening Barnes & Nobles. And I go in there and look on the shelves, and it's like they've got a whole shelf of Clarice Lispector. And this is like in the suburbs, you know? They've got a whole shelf. They've got NYRB books everywhere. They've got great literature that's being rediscovered because people are sick of the bullshit.
No more bullshit.
I see evidence of the return of fiction on my own channel. Like, yeah, I make idiotic short videos all the time, but the people who I get comments from all the time, who I get emails from all the time, are like, hey, you recommended 5 Decembers. That book was fantastic. Thank you for doing that. You recommended Butcher's Crossing. That book was fantastic. Thank you for doing that. It's just an amazing thing. And this whole video is just jumping off of a tweet that people got mad at. And that's just kind of funny. Usually at this point, I try to make a smooth transition to talk about something else, but today I'm excited to talk about one of my favorite YouTubers, Patrick H. Willems. He makes some of the best videos about movies on this platform. I guarantee you've probably seen a few. He recently did one about digital de-aging that I really love. His videos have such a high quality and cinematic gloss that it's no surprise he's a talented filmmaker himself. He directed a short film about a man with a severe allergy trying to avoid throwing up at his boss's house. It's a comedy filmed like a thriller. It stars some incredible actors like John Hodgman, Zach Cherry, and Griffin Newman, who I love from Blank Check. The Dinner Plan premieres on November 26th exclusively on Nebula. It's a testament to the strength of Nebula as a streaming service that this kind of art can coexist alongside my 30-second shitposts. The Dinner Plan, along with a ton of other exclusive content from your favorite creators, is available on Nebula. In fact, Nebula just started offering 3-day free trials for the first time ever, so you can use my link to watch anything you want right now. Nebula is the largest creator-owned streaming platform in the world. It's where all your favorite creators like Legal Eagle, Hello Future Me, create exciting new content. A lot of you joke that you get your news from my sketches. I hope it's a joke, but you can get actual quality news from great channels on Nebula instead of browsing Netflix for hours, I pull up Nebula and I can usually find something to watch in like 2 seconds. If you sign up using my link at go.nebula.tv/mancarryingthing or use the link below, you can get a 3-day free trial of Nebula and get Nebula for 40% off, which is $36 a year or $3 a month. You can also get a monthly plan for $6 a month. And for those of you that want to share everything Nebula has to offer with your family and friends, Nebula is now offering monthly, annual, and lifetime gift cards. Use the link gift.nebula.tv/mancarryingthing to give a month of Nebula to a friend for just $6, a year for $36, or a lifetime membership for $300, which without my link costs $500. Thanks for watching. And thanks as always for supporting the channel. Okay, bye-bye.